I was recently in Philippines. I came back Sunday. I was there for my annual hug fest with my wife Giselle, and I was preparing for sweetness and F-word overload. F-word. Favorable, family, friendly, fun, friends, and fabulous food. The F-words. But this time we decided to do it a little bit different. We decided to plan for the future. Go on a diet. Did I say fantastic food? And we're talking about what not to eat? I mean, we know all what the diet is all about. It's about, or the first week of diet is, at least, it's about finding your feet in a new environment. Finding your feet. I did find my feet. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, guests, and the rest of you. But changing the food habits wasn't enough for my wife. She said, now that we discovered those appendages, we need to use them. We need to go out on walks. Fantastic. Walks, I love walking. It's 35 degrees warm. I envisioned long walks in air-conditioned malls. That wasn't my lot. We walked from Luneta Park to Moa, Mall of Asia. Do you know how far it is? It is far! It's really far. 13,000 steps. It's so far that you consider bringing light camping gear when you're walking. Well, we did the walks. In the middle of the walk, sweat soaking from my forehead into my eyes, salt overload I can barely see. My wife said, Michael, when we get home, why don't we do sit-ups? Sit-ups. Sit-ups. I don't do ups. I don't do ups. I do downs. I go straight forward. I don't do ups. The law of gravity pulls us down. I don't want to oppose the law. I don't do ups. We had to find some other way to come together and do some valuable exercise. I said, Giselle, let's go swimming. And you should have seen the look in her eyes. Stark terror. My wife can't swim. Anyhow, I thought about how I trained my dog. So I tossed her into the pool in the deep area. She swam just like a stone. But the main difference is that the bubbles that came from her. You know what, as much as I would love watching my wife, after a couple of minutes I fished her up using the hot dogs as a bait. As she breached the surface, as she came up, gasping for air, I hauled her in, slowly. And I said, honey, now that I have your attention, let's teach you how to swim. My wife had, as it turned out, a propensity for doggy style swimming, that is. And so I start to teach her dog swimming. It was well. She's really good. After only 2 weeks, she swims for the first time in her life 10 meters. I was so proud of her, I wanted to give her a bone. Anyhow, we go on with our diet and exercise regimen. And our friends tell me, Michael, it looks like you really lost weight. I can see it in your face. I lost 15 kilos since February. And they can see it in my face. How big was my face in February? 15 kilos! Well, you know what they say. There's nothing ventured, nothing gained. I continued. I made the most fabulous soups in my mind. nilaga, ginitaan, bulalu. Those are Filipino recipes. Fantastic food, really good. And we had it, and I actually had a really good time. And we got the exercise in, and we got the good food choices. I know what you're thinking. It sounds awfully a lot like a midlife crisis. And I believe you're right. Let's find if I can find it where I am. And as I'm stumbling through this midlife crisis with my newly found appendages, I realize what I'm really doing. What I'm really doing is focusing on the one life I have. I cannot guarantee that I have an afterlife, even if I would love to have one. I cannot guarantee that I have a second chance. I have one chance that I know of for sure, and that is here and now. So I choose to live here and now, thinking about what not to eat. Thank you.